I am disassembling the popular TikTok waist fan. This thing hooks to your belt loop and it keeps you cool by blowing air underneath your shirt. You've got an SOS light, then you've got a regular light, and then there's a little clip here that lets you put on the desk as a fan that blows on your face. There are two clips on this thing. One hooks to your belt loop and the other one just kind of holds your shirt away from the intake. So I just peeled back the silicone cover and we're going to use the Fantic tool set that I have. This is an electric screwdriver, and we're just going to go ahead and start disassembling the fan. So I'm using the electric screwdriver made by Fantic to remove the screws. I only removed 2 screws in this video because the other 2 I kind of had to improvise by breaking the plastic open because the bits didn't quite fit down into the screw holes. So here we are, we're going to separate this plastic and take a look at the inside. From what I can see, there's already some pretty high quality components in here. That circuit board is very well built. I'm just very impressed with the craftsmanship on the inside of this thing. And there are 2 5,000 milliamp hour lithium ion batteries. So they are definitely true to their word when they say 10,000 milliamp hours. And of course, like I said, you've got 2 of them. We're going to take a look at the turbo fan next and see what really makes this thing shine. So you've got 3 sections to this. You have the nozzle, you have the midsection that kind of spirals the air, and then you've got the actual fan itself. And so once I remove these 2 screws, you'll see inside here. It's a very powerful fan, as you heard in the beginning of the video. There's the 3 sections and the vortex generator, I'm just going to call it. Very high quality separate PCBs, have a light and a USB-A port, and this doubles as a battery bank to charge your cell phone, which explains the 10 amp hour capacity. So if you watch the video all the way to the end, I do want to say a couple things. First of all, this is a very high quality product. If you could just feel the weight of these batteries, I can tell you right now, based on my years of experience dealing with lithium batteries, this is a good battery. This is a legitimate one that is sold on Amazon, eBay, things like that. And they use them in almost every Chinese-made device. Like if you got those vacuums or those little cheap Chinese devices that you get, they use these batteries in them because they're so reliable. This is a true 5,000 milliamp hour, and it has a built-in BMS, battery management system, which is even better because in this, you don't have to, I just dropped that, so let me pick this up. You don't actually have to have a extra expense of putting a BMS built into the circuit board because it's already built into the batteries. So when you go to plug in the USB-C charging port, which is right here to charge the device, what's going to happen is all it does is send 5 volts to the BMS, and then it will send 4.2 volts to the battery, which is only 3.7 volts, but 4.2 volts charges the battery. And when it gets to its appropriate capacity, it will automatically shut off. So you have no risk of fire there. You've got a 1 watt LED light, which is incredibly good quality. This is actually a Cree light. Just by looking at it, it's a high quality Cree light. Again, it comes with 2 5,000 milliamp hour batteries. They're in parallel, so that means that it's 3.7 volts at 10,000 milliamp hours, which is 10 amp hours. So for those of you who don't know how all this electronic stuff works, it means it has a huge capacity at low voltage, but it's got a step-up transformer, which are these right here, and it steps it up to the appropriate voltage for the fan. The fan itself says 12 volts, so I'm assuming that it steps it up from 3.7 to 10 volts, which means that, or 12 volts, which means that it's slightly inefficient in terms of how many amps these things pull, which is why it needs 10,000 milliamp hour capacity. Now, that's why they advertise this fan as a battery charger for your phone. It's a battery bank. So 10,000 milliamp hours, if you don't use it as a fan, you can charge your phone probably 2-3 times in a single charge. But if you use it with the fan, you're probably going to get maybe 2-3 hours tops on low speed and charging the phone at the same time. So I highly recommend this product. Click on that link down below. I worked hard on this.